All right, folks, so she's a personal financial educator. She's an author of 2 best-selling books. She's also the founder of You For Us, an organization committed to empowering women to take charge of their finances and lifestyle. So she doesn't sleep. She just works. She's here with me, and her name is Paula Perry. Morning, welcome.
Good morning. Thank you for having me. I'm good, thank you.
Yeah. You live in the UK.
I do.
But you have a connection here.
I do.
I sound like I come from London. No. Tell me about that connection.
So I have family here, relatives on both sides of family, mother and father. So that's in Old Harbour and also in Linstead as well.
But you've never lived here?
I've never lived here, no.
But you come here quite often.
I come here often. I love the country. Yeah. I absolutely love the country. I love the environment. I love the culture. And there's things that I would like to do in Jamaica, crossing over with the work that I do in the UK. So that's why I come so regular as well.
Let's talk about that work. I already said you're an author, financial consultant, but in your words, tell me what you do.
Okay, so in my words, I do things that breaks cycles. So in regards to Black history, originally it started of me teaching at a supplementary school, and that's how the book came about. Originally it wasn't a book, originally it was content that we was teaching young students around history. So we do a lot of history in regards to the African empires, but there was a lot of great rich history of the Caribbean people in Britain. So we decided to do content for that, and it became so rich that we decided to put it into a book. Yeah. So it's the first of its kind. It's an educational textbook with 32 lessons in there. So each lesson has text, sources, activity questions. So that's one of the aspects that I do in order to raise young people's aspirations, raise their self-pride, racial pride, and also, even though it's aimed at children, a lot of adults are unaware of the information in the book.
Okay, great. What's a supplementary school? Is it like a primary prep school?
Okay, so a supplementary school is an education that you do outside of your mainstream school, so it's a Saturday school.
Okay.
Yeah, Saturday school.
For a specific age group?
Yep, so normally it can be any child of primary school or secondary school children, so up until the age of 16, to give them additional tutoring in different subjects that they may need it.
Yeah. They both say, well, one says 30 Black history icons, and one says Black British history, and I wasn't teasing when I said to you, why are you not on the front here? I notice I see Alton Ellis, I see Idris Elba, but why are you not there? Are you not a Black UK icon? I
am. Well, I'm becoming. So I've not yet graced the book's cover, but I'm actually one of the co-authors, so I'm really proud of this project. But hopefully in the future, I shall grace the front of one of the books.
Well, I think you should. And when it's part of what curriculum? Curriculum in England? Is it here in Jamaica? What?
So the UK curriculum is written in line with the UK curriculum, because normally not a lot of Black history is taught within the school system. And normally it's around once a month, which is our October, which is Black History Month. And we normally get taught the same people year in, year out. Okay. And it's normally American civil rights as well. So we decided to create a book that focused on the achievements and the influences that Black people have in Britain.
Yep. The first page says 30 Black history icons, 500 years of global Black influences, UK, USA, Europe, the Caribbean, and India. Why India?
Because there have been Black people who have achieved things within India as well, so we've chose some of those icons there. This is our second book, so that's 500 years of global history. So we're looking at people who we believe that hasn't had the light shone on them the way it should be, and we've chosen people that have been iconic over the last 500 years. So despite enslavement, despite Jim Crow, despite segregation, despite all the difficulties that these people would have faced, they have been excellent in their fields.
Yeah. And I suspect if I ask why Europe, the answer would be the same as you gave me for India. 30 hours of teaching and learning material for parents and teachers of high school students. 500 years, 30 hours. this must have taken a huge amount of research.
Yes, it did.
How long did this take you to put all of this together?
So there's 4 of us on the project. So there's 4 authors of the book. So I'm one of the co-authors. And that project is our second project that we created during the COVID period. So all in all, it took us about 11 months to do the research, put it together, fact check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've already said what you've said on the first page. I don't know if you can remember. And I said I saw Alton. How many Jamaicans would have been highlighted?
Yeah. There's a few. So within this book, there's a gentleman called Francis Williams, who was born in Jamaica in the 1700s. And he was a mathematician and a classical scholar. So he left Jamaica and traveled to UK. He's actually the first black person to attend Cambridge University. What else can I say about him? He actually came back to Jamaica and created one of the first free schools in the 1700s, which was not common.
And would these be Jamaicans? You've already spoken of that gentleman, but would these be Jamaicans who are living in the United Kingdom, or would these be people like yourself who was born in the United Kingdom with Caribbean roots?
Right, okay. So the ones that we have in there were born Jamaicans, and they left Jamaica, whether they've been in Europe or America, and what they achieved and what they done when they came back. So that's all noted in there.
You've already said it's in the curriculum, but like here in Jamaica, who do you want to read this? Who do you want
so here in Jamaica, it would be really good for me to connect with educators, principals of schools, to be able to partner to see whether or not this will be a good resource within the school system over here as well. I do educational presentations around each chapter as well, so I would like that connection to be able to share the knowledge within the schools here in Jamaica as well.
Have you been in touch with the ministry?
Not as yet.
Okay. Now, this one says Black British History, Black Influences on British Culture, 1948 to 2016. Why those specific years? Okay,
so from 1948 would be from the mass migration, so the Windrush generation arriving in Britain.
Yep.
And 2017 is when we finished the book, so that's why it stops there.
Yep. Now, this is interesting. I'm seeing Desmond Decker. And Derek Morgan. So you could look at these. This is Derek Morgan here, and I think this is Desmond Decker over there. Outstanding Jamaican artists from the ska era. There you go. Fantastic. I like it.
Good.
I like it. And again, I congratulate you on the work that you have done, because I'm repeating myself here, but this must have taken a whole lot out of you to research and ensure it's authentic, and because you don't want anybody to say, no man, this man was
Definitely.
You've not had that.
No, we have not had that today, and it's been a book that has been greatly received, because a lot of people, especially in the UK, were like, we've been waiting for this.
Fantastic.
Black British history and all the information that comes in there as well from the Caribbean culture.
While you're here in Jamaica, what's going to happen with these? Who are you going to talk to? Is there going to be a launch or anything?
Yeah, so I'm planning to do a launch here in Jamaica later this year, because I'll be back here in June. In the meantime, that I would like connections built with educators, principals.
Yep.
So that's what I'll be focused on.
And finally, You For Us. What's that?
Yeah. So You For Us is my organization, which is dedicated on breaking negative generational cycles, because I believe when you're in your best place, it impacts us, and that us being children, peers, and ultimately the wider community. So I focus on key areas, which is finance, parenting, and education.
Great to see you.
Yes.
Have fun while you're here.
Lovely. Thank you very much for having me.
God
Appreciate
bless you and the family for 2024.
Thank you.
Author, financial consultant, Paula Perry. All right, we take you to the break with another performance by Cece Foster. Never Give Up My Pride.